again.
Is the industry as a whole, or do you mean like
industry as a whole?
what would you describe, like is it factions, is it like, what would you call like the company or the outfit or
the different companies?
Aye, like it is. So
promotions.
Is it all the promotions go through that cycle at the same point, or is it a case of like each promotion has their time, if you like?
I think it's because of the generational thing, where you'll get maybe 5 or 6 years where it's really good and really hot, and then all the people that have been going to watch it kind of grow out of it, if you know what I mean, and then they need to adapt to how to get people back in. You know, it's like, I don't know, it's theatre, mate. It's just theatre. It's theatre for folk that don't like actual theatre. Do you know what I mean?
But you must have something. You must be able to detect that, because you're like, the way that you're picking stuff up. You're picking up stuff that they're subliminally creating a story and an atmosphere and an energy and sort of casting this magic, and you can see what's going on. You're picking that up when most people are just blindly going, hey, they're part of it, but they don't know what's going on. You're sort of seeing the threads of what's happening. Because when you were saying there you were reading the crowds, I was like, that's interesting that you're able to pick that up.
It's definitely something, because there's ICW in itself is going through a kind of rebirth just now, right? Mark Dallas, who was the founder and the owner of the company, is taking a step away. He still owns the company, but he doesn't take anything to do with running it. He doesn't take anything to do with the storylines or anything like that. He takes nothing to do with it. He still just owns the company though. He stepped away to do other things, right? But WWE, a few years back, WWE signed a deal with ICW where they would pay ICW X amount of money each year to be able to show ICW programming on the WWE network, right? So the downfall for that was they then had access to all the programming, everything that ICW done. So they're watching that and they're going, he's good, get him in. You know what I mean?
They're poaching.
And they stole all the best talent in the country. All of them. There's now 7 or 8 Scottish wrestlers in WWE, right? The only Scottish wrestler we had growing up was Roddy Piper, and he was fucking Canadian. Do you know what I mean? But they took all the best wrestlers, right? All of them. These people that Dallas and other promoters throughout Scotland had built up, right? The whole point of them building them up is so that they can move on, so that they can then earn a full-time living as professional wrestlers. And Dallas told that to everybody backstage once. He goes like that, the whole point in me having you here is to give you a platform for you to then go on and take your career on to the next level. Mm-hmm. But they all went at once. And then you're left with young up-and-coming talent who they're not established to the same level that these other ones are, right? And
the gap's too big between the big boys and the guys cutting their teeth. There's a void there.
There is a void. Another thing that had a major impact on it was COVID, which we used to, like, for example, at our height, we done the Hydro. You know what I mean? We done the Hydro with ICW, a Glasgow-based company, done the Hydro 3 years in a row. We done it, right? Now, see, when I first get into it, that's a fucking pipe dream, man. It's an absolute pipe dream.
So you get like, for people who won't understand how big a leap that is, like what sort of, are they filling out a fucking phone box at the start? Well, could they have held the event in your bedroom?
the first show I went to was at the Classic Grand, which I think held about 200 people. At our height, we done over 7,500 at the Hydro.
Wow.
Right. We also, on that show, we had Kurt Angle, we had the Dudley Boys, we had Rey Mysterio, we had RVD.
Some big hitters in.
We had Finn Balor, who is, at the point he was Fergal Devitt. He's a massive star in America now. We had Drew Galloway, whose career started with ICW. He's Drew McIntyre in WWE now. And all of these people would have crawled over 7 mile of broken glass to work for ICW because of the reputation that we had fucking created for ourselves. Now, looking back, it's incredible to think what we achieved, man. Incredible to think of what we achieved.